Hello all, I'm Divya and today I'm going to explore on urinary system. So urinary system is also known as renal system or urinary system. So the excess of ions and the metabolites that are present, a metabolites waste that is produced by cell is excreted out through this system and through the system, and these toxic substances are removed because they can accumulate inside the body. And organs that include in urinary system is kidney, and then ureters, and urinary bladder, and urethra. So the main function of the urinary system is, the very first function is excretion of the waste product and the foreign substances, and also the regulation of blood volume. And then the third is it maintains the composition of ionic it maintains the ionic composition of blood, and that ion contains sodium or potassium, calcium, chloride, and also some phosphate ions. And the fourth function is a regulation of blood pressure. So there is amount of blood that is excreted on the wall of these vessels. So by adjusting the volume of blood in the body, means they adjust the volume of blood in the body by regulating quantity of water in the blood. And also they adjust the flow of the blood, and both in and out of the kidney, and in and out of the kidney, and in and out of the kidney by veins and arteries. So there is a pressure that is exerted by both the blood vessels and on the both blood vessels. So in and out in the kidney, that is regulated, and this is regulated by the action of enzyme called renin. And the kidney secrete the renin, which activates the angiotensin aldosterone pathway, and it increases the blood pressure. Then the next is it regulates the pH, homeostasis of blood. And then it helps in production of RBCs by releasing erythropoietin, which stimulate erythropoiesis. And then it also helps in synthesis of vitamin D. Calcitrol is an active form of vitamin D. Now, component of urinary system, the very first is kidney. Kidney is bean shaped organ, and it located below rib, on the either side of the body. And male kidney is larger as compared to the female kidney. This kidney is very well vascularized, as it have a more number of blood vessels. And there is an adrenal gland that is present on both sides of the kidney, on the upper side of the kidney. And this produces a hormone. That hormone is called as aldosterone, and this aldosterone stimulate the sodium reabsorption. So formation of urine begins within the nephron. Nephron is a functional unit of kidney. So what happens is that urine flow through this nephron, flow through the system, and there is a converging tubule that called as a collecting duct. And this collecting duct join together to form a minor calces, and this minor calces follow the major calces, and they ultimately join on the renal pelvis, and this renal pelvis to the ureters, and then urinary bladder to urethra. So this is the kidney. And the kidney then second is ureters. It is a tube like structure. For each kidney it carry urine from kidney to the bladder. And there is a muscle in the ureteral walls that continuously tighten and relax by forcing urine downward direction. And if this urine backs up, then there might be a chances of kidney infection development. Then urinary bladder is a triangular shaped organ, and it is in hollow organ. It is situated mainly in lower abdomen, and it is held in place by ligament that is attached to the other organs and the pelvic bones. Bladder wall relaxes and expand to store urine and contract to flatten to empty the urine and through urethra. And this healthy bladder store about 2 cups of urine for 2 to 5 hours, and the process of urination is called as micturition, and it involves both voluntary and involuntary movements. So next is there is a sphincter muscle that is present in the that is present that is present, and this sphincter muscle act as a rubber band, and this is a circular ring-like muscle that allows not to leak out the urine from any organs. And while urination it opens and opens and it opens and it opens and only in urethra and not in any other organs. And there are 2 sphincters that are present in urinary bladder, external sphincter and internal sphincters. Then comes the nerves in the bladder. They carry a message of contraction and relaxation. And then comes the urethra. It is a tube that allows urine to pass outside the body, and the male urethra also serve as a duct to urinate and also semen ejaculation. And this is all about the anatomy or the structures that or organs that is present in urinary system. Now, mechanism of urinary system or urine formation. So each kidney contains over 1 million of nephron. This nephron undergo three process: glomerular filtration, tubular reabsorption, and tubular secretion or excretion. So very first is glomerular formation. In this process, blood enters in the kidney through renal arteries, and these arteries divided to form afferent and efferent arteries, and these afferent arterioles further divided to form a tuft like capillaries called as glomerulus, and these are surrounded by Bowman's capsule. So blood plasma is separated from blood cells by small sieve like spores in the Bowman's capsule, and debris are present upside of these cells. Then the next is tubular absorption. So in this, blood plasma filtrate are passed forwarded through many tiny tubules, and the cell lining of these tubules actively absorb the valuable nutrients from the blood, and these valuable nutrients can be glucose and proteins, sodium, etc. And this etc. While this also allow waste and excretion to remain in the tubules. Then comes a process called tubular secretion and excretion. So cell lining in the tubules also actively secrete certain products in the lumen, and there can be some drugs, and these waste products or ions and water remaining in the tubules eventually reach at the collecting duct, and as urine that will be eliminated from the body. Water in tubules is selectively reabsorbed depending upon how hydrated our body is. So sometimes it is absorbed or it may dilute the urine. And then this is all about the function of urination. There are some common diseases or disorder that may be caused due to some of the problems in urinary system. So very first is urinary tract infection or sexually transmitted infection. It is caused because the bacteria can be enter in urinary tract. through urethra. Then second is kidney stone. Kidney stone that forms a clump together in the kidney, and that cause severe pain as well, or also the backflow of urine. Then comes the urination problem. So there is a lack of um, bladder control in person. Then urinary tract obstruction is obstruction can be caused, and as well kidney diseases can be caused. Thank you.